Hi everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how to draw hair in a very simple way. We'll take it slow and go through each step, from drawing the head shape, to hair flow, and coloring. So, even if you are new to drawing, don't worry, you can totally do this, and let's get started. Before drawing the hair, we'll draw the shape of the head first. You can start by sketching the head using a circle and additional guideline. However, since we are working in Clip Studio, we will just use the available 3D head shape model to make our work easier. Simply drag the model from the asset to the canvas and it's ready to use. You can adjust the 3D model as you like because this time I want to draw the front view, slightly angled view, and side view, so I will duplicate into 3 and change the camera angle accordingly. Next, we will continue to draw the hair. To start drawing the hair, you can begin by drawing the hairline first. Simply, you can make it like an M shape on the head. The function of the hairline is so that you know the boundary where the hair of the character you are drawing grows. By drawing this hairline, it can also be said that now the character I'm drawing has a buzz cut hairstyle. Next, we can start drawing the hair using the comparting and comb line method. You can observe references regarding how the hair is combed and how the parting of the comb's direction looks. By observing the comparting in its references, it will appear as if the hair is divided into left and right side. Therefore, we can start drawing by marking the first comb line, and then drawing the hair strand according to the comparting. Drawing the hair strand simply as indication of the hair shape only. You don't need to make them detailed at this early stage. Once side is done, you can continue to the other side. Then, if the base side is done, you can add the hair detail. If the hair detail appear, you have pointed end like that. By the way, don't forget to mirror your canvas from time to time to check whether the proportion of the character you are drawing are correct or not. After that, if the hairline are feel sufficient, you can erase the previous sketch so that the appearance looks better. And next, we will try to draw the hair from the slightly angled view. An additional tip for drawing the hair is that you can try to making a basic shape of the hairstyle first, using the shape as a sketch to indicate the volume of the hair you will draw later. After that, the steps are the same as before. Start from drawing the left or right comb parting first, to make the work easier by dividing the sides of the hair shape. Next, side view. Just like the previous two view, simply create the basic shape first, make the simple hair flow, and then add the detail. After drawing these 3 hair view, we will continue moving on to the coloring stage. By the way guys, this is an important additional point I need to mention. I recommend that you make the line art using vector layer mode. Why? Because with this layer mode, it will be easier for you to erase the overlapping line and also to adjust the thickness of the line you have made easily. With vector layer mode, even if you transform your line art, the image won't get the mixed or blurry. So, I suggest using this layer mode unless you already have your own art style. The next step is coloring the hair. As usual, we start by adding the base color first. I will divide the coloring step into 2, comic or webtoon style and illustration style. For the initial stage, I will finish the coloring the skin and eyes first, so that we can focus on the coloring hair later. This is how I color the skin. I usually start by adding the reddish airbrush around the edge of the skin area, and then adding shading according to the direction of the light source. After that, I apply blur to a certain part. Before that, I will explain how I determine my shading color. If it's for comic, I want the drawing to be finished quickly, so the shading color I choose is bluish gray with the layer set to multiply. However, if it's for detailed drawing like a cover illustration, I will choose the shading color by shifting to the left of the color wheel from the base color, while for the lighting, I shift to the right of the base color. It can be said that I change the hue value of the color. And of course, I will choose the darker color for the shading and lighter color for the lighting. Next, we can start the shading by applying a dark hairbrush to the top part of the hair and light airbrush to the bottom end of the hair. Here's an additional tips for beginner when starting to shade the hair. I often find some common mistakes which I've pointed out in the image. I start to change those habits by trying to divide the hair into several small segments. From the segment, try adding shading in the form of small triangle. That way, the shading will look like that. Next, we will apply that shading method to the coloring I usually use when making comics. You can see the difference between my comic coloring and illustration coloring. It looks quite different, right? You can add shading by choosing a bluish gray color and setting the layer to multiply, so the shading will look like that. Once the shading is done, just add the hair highlight using the hair highlight brush available in the Clip Studio asset library. Next, I will show you how I usually color when making illustration. I will change the shading color from the previous gray to shading color I mentioned earlier. Once that's done, I will do some blending in certain part to make the hair looks more flowy. After that, I will choose a lighter color to spray the airbrush on the darker shading area. Then, I change the line art color to a color close to the hair color, but slightly darker. The final step is adding detail with additional strands so the hair looks more natural. I do this using the layer mode borderline effect with the edge color that matches the line art hair. Make small strand randomly but still naturally, and make the character hair volume appear fuller. Once everything is done, I add lighting with a brighter color according to the direction of the light source. Next, we can try out a few ambience for the coloring. The first step is to make sure all the coloring parts are in one folder. After that, create a new layer, place above the folder with a clipping group and set to multiply mode. Choose a dark blue color for night atmosphere and orange for evening atmosphere. Then, you can create a new layer above it. For additional lighting, light blue for the lighting at night and orange for evening. And change the layer setting to add glow. Also, slightly blur some of the lighting edge. You can also add some extra strand hair with color matching the lighting color. And that is for the hair drawing step this time. And here are some of the results from the previous work. That's all for the video tutorial. Thank you for watching and hope it useful.